and welcome to Dating as a Joke, where we take love seriously, we laugh about it. Today I have Anna Penner with me. Hi, Anna.
Hey.
Hey, and I'm so excited. I got to see you perform in Toronto at a Surviving the Season. It's been a few months now. It's been a
Yeah.
while. And I didn't get a chance to talk to you after that show, but I remember laughing so hard. I always say I remember how I felt, and I remember laughing so hard. So I'm glad that I get to talk to you today. Welcome. Could you describe your love life in a movie title, or what movie do you think is closest to your love life?
Oh, Titanic. I never see that iceberg coming. All the confidence, and then there's the iceberg.
Oh wow. Okay. And by that you mean like there's always like is it the boat represents like a sturdy relationship and then bam it sinks.
Bam. Yes.
Bam, yeah. It's funny, I asked this question, I never thought of myself, and I just realized that for me it's probably like Return of the Living Dead. I don't have anything that sticks. They're all bad relationships, but every once in a while the zombies like come back up and try to make a return. But the Titanic, okay. I mean, I was gonna say the Titanic had a happy. No, the Titanic did not have a happy.
No, no.
Oh, not at all. Okay, it'll change for you. Okay. With that, then, we are going to get started with our wheel of digital disasters and see where the conversation takes us.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's see.
Every color comes from three: red, yellow, and
Okay.
blue. Mix
A
yellow.
time you ignored a red flag. Have you ever had those hindsight moments where you're like, "Oh, yeah, I kinda knew," and
Yeah, in life I don't have much coordination, but wow, am I good at dodging red flags. It's like an obstacle course. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just gonna jump them all. Um, I think I am an optimist and I am just going to try to see the best in every situation, and that is a terrible idea.
what would you say your red flags are?
Ooh, what are my red flags? This
Yeah.
is an easier question than what other people's red flags are. Because
Optimist for
again,
other people, aren't you?
yeah, other people's red flags, I'm always like, ooh, it's probably a me problem. And it usually is a me problem, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of your red flags?
What are my red flags? I was in one relationship from the time I was 18 to the time I was 40. So same, right? I think you said that in your comedy set, and I was like, oh yeah, I know this story.
Yeah.
And my first relationship was really my first girlfriend. And I don't know how many queer people you've had on the show, but let me give you the summary. Queer people, we don't really date. You're just like friends, and then whoops, you're friends who kiss, and then whoops, you're friends who are married, and then whoops, you're friends who have three kids together and are getting a divorce.
Mm.
So I managed to make it to 40 without any dating, any relationships, any breakups, which means it's like one of those body shifting movies, where
Yeah.
the person's 40, but surprise, really they're 18. Um, which, by the way, problematic plot point, but it
Mm.
means that I went into my 40s not knowing how to break up with someone, not knowing how to tell someone I liked them, that I had a crush. I'm a
Hmm.
disaster. Don't date me. I am the red flag. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
It's interesting because I have to say I feel the same way. Now, I was married to a man for 20, almost 25 years. Uh, and I say this is part of my skit. I had never dated an adult before, right? We got together when we were 18 and it was just easy. It was simpler times and we were together that whole time and then you come out and I was 44 when I was got single and we talked about being optimistic and giving people the benefit of the doubt and I was so naive, like so naive. And I think I still am in a lot of ways. It's been 5 years for me now, and I'm still trying to learn. And I've learned a lot about myself. So I did actually spend a year with a woman, and that's intense. And it was wonderful in so many ways because you talk about feelings very quickly. Like and we talked about feelings a lot, right? And there's all these things that she would do for me that I've never had a man even get close to doing. But with that, it's also difficult, right? Like you said, like it kind of happens and then it gets very deep very quickly. Yeah. Now it
Yeah.
still didn't work out. It still didn't work out, and I'm pretty sure I'm the big red flag in that relationship too, trust me.
Yeah, for sure. You can get deep really quickly. And at the same time, I think, as a kid, you have an idea that adults have it all together, right? And at a certain point, you figure out your shit. And I think going into relationships in my 40s has taught me that, wow, we never figure it all out. Like, we're still disasters. We're still just bumbling and confused. And I would love to say that dating women is a recipe against poor communication, but sometimes it's just poor communication with more words and feelings expressed.
Oh my gosh, yes. My gosh. My girlfriend and I used to actually talk about that joke and say, how can we have communication issues when all we do is talk?
Right? But you can talk for so long and say so much and then be like,
Yeah.
did we come to a conclusion? Did
But
we?
it's a human thing, and I think that's it, right? Like, I think I mean, yes, there are differences between dating men and dating women and same-sex relationships, but
I wouldn't
at
know.
the end there isn't. But at the end there isn't, I don't think, because it's all like I would say communication and relationships are hard, period. Whether they're romantic, whether they're friendships, whether it's with your family, relationships are difficult because of those interpersonal differences and that nuance in communication and all like the arguments that I have with my own children are crazy, and they come down to just differences in communication as well. So, and then as an adult, and I don't know if you've experienced this or if you've thought about this, Anna, the way I have is that because I was with my ex for such a long time, there was never any question about sort of who they were at the most basic level, right? Like I'd known them their whole lives, right? I knew their families. I went we with me we had met in high school. Now I meet somebody who's grown up in their 40s. They've had this whole life before them, and I'm just expected to trust that everything you tell me is true, right? Like I end up doubting so much. Even though I'm
See,
very
this is actually
trusting.
inspiring me, Diana, because it's inspiring me to make up a better backstory, right? Like, think of the things I could be telling people. What have I been doing wasting my time telling the truth? I could be coming up with such better stories. Again, I am the red flag. I am hearing this. I am the problem.
You're seeing this as an opportunity. Wow, I never thought I could just lie.
Oh, maybe I'll have had a life as a spy. Maybe I don't know, breed fancy cats. What could I make up here?
I just think that all relationships are hard, and I think that the older you get, the harder they become.
I think this is true because now, if we're single in our 40s, one of two things has happened. One, we've dated someone for a really long time, so we're in the Parent Trap Body Switch, whatever it is, movie,
I like that.
and we're fumbling around like teenagers in the perimenopausal bodies of 40-something-year-olds. Or the other option is that we've dated a lot of people very badly and are still single because of that. Neither option is working out well for us.
Well, I had never thought of it quite like that, but you are so right now. Switch to
This is
another
why I got stuck
question.
on the red flag question. It's because we are all red flags.
We are all right. My son actually called me a red flag the other day because I got the ick because it was like 9:15 p.m. and the guy I was chatting with over a dating app told me he was going to bed.
That's
Like
a
it's
good
getting
reason to
late.
get
I gotta go to
Nick.
sleep. What do you mean? It's like 9:15.
Yes, hard red flag. You actually could not go for dinner and a movie on a weeknight ever because it would be past his bedtime.
Hey, right? It's like now I'm well, yeah, I have to be a night owl. Doing 4 p.m. shows, right? Like, so I have become so I'm up. Like I get home, 11 midnight sometimes, and I'm wired, so I stay up late. I'm like, if I can't I feel like being a comedian's a red flag already, right? Like I think we've
Right?
got that, right? I did told a story. I had a guy once send me a disclaimer when he found out I was a comic. He actually sent me a disclaimer telling me I couldn't disclose anything about our conversations or whatever. Is this anyway? It was weird. But I was gonna say, the other thing that's difficult aside from the fact that we're a mess is even just meeting people,
hmm
right? So like, and I meet people. Like, are you on the dating apps? Do you venture outdoors? What's your game plan for meeting people?
Well, certainly not comedy because I don't want to date another comedian. That would be messed up. We're terrible. What a defense mechanism. Um, but I am on the apps, hate the apps, and
Hmm.
still am on them. I always thought that dating apps would be lots of fun. Like when I was with my ex-partner, I would help friends set up their dating profiles. I
Hmm.
would swipe for them, didn't matter the sexual orientation or the gender. I was just like, ooh, this
Yeah,
is fun. Let's judge
yeah.
people with a swipe. And then being on them is so depressing. It's like, well, you're gonna die alone. What a way to spend an evening.
Yeah. Is there anything that is a surefire swipe left? Like the moment you read it or the moment you see it, it's like, no.
So I have a few of them. Oh, I
Okay.
do have a lot of red flags. First of all,
Oh, these are standards. These are
these are
standards.
standards.
These are
Yes, I have
standards. Okay.
standards.
Yes.
Um, First of all, sports. Anyone who has a picture of a kayak, they're out. I'm not going kayaking with you. I don't want to die in the woods. Secondly, terrible grammar. Really can't handle a misplaced apostrophe. I know that's a me problem. I know I sound like a snob, but ouch. And also, third, just ask. I am asking by looking at your profile. And what
Thank
confidence
you.
does it take to have a
Thank you.
profile that says just ask? Why would I ask person in a kayak if you haven't given me anything to start
Yeah.
with?
No. Yeah. I am going to agree with you. For me, the kayak is like, okay, are you just taking a picture in the kayak because it's so rare that you're in a kayak, right? But it's the people who hike. And I get so many people like on Facebook dating because you can see who's liked you. And I get all these people who like enjoy the outdoors. They go, like, did you look at my pictures? Like, did you read my profile? Like, I'm hiking with you. Like, this is not happening. Like, leave me alone. Go, just leave me alone. That's
Well,
that's funny.
especially if you're dating men, that seems like a sure way to die in the woods.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I used to, well, during COVID, I remember because I ended up single. I'm one of these like COVID divorces. And you would get a lot of people who wanted to go like on walks or on hikes, like just, sort of when things were kind of opening up again. And I was like, no. And people are like, oh, well, I said, no. I'm like, I'm not going out into the woods with a stranger. That's just not happening. This is a strange man, which is again, so this is interesting because I have not brought, since I started dating, I have not brought any men home at
Oh.
all. When I started dating my girlfriend, she was over very quickly. And I remember one day my son was kind of upset about it. And he said, he goes, you only let her stay here because she's a woman. And I said, yes, please, absolutely. 100%. I said 100%. And in one of my conversations with my other guests, I also said one of the things that I've realized, and this is not a good, I don't think it's a good thing because when it comes to relationships, like I said, it's still hard, but I find when I meet a woman, I trust her until she breaks that trust.
Mm.
When I meet a man, he has to earn my trust, which is probably not fair. And I keep saying doing this show is not going to get me any dates at all. but I feel like it's different. Yeah, I just feel like women are just different. They're more warm and fuzzy for the most part. Like where I just feel
I think
more.
you and I are dating different women then.
Again, I cannot. My experience was I met this woman. She was my second date with a woman, and like we fell in love. Like it was just like instant. You got to hear my thing about her. We looked a lot alike. People thought we were twins, but weird. And people say to me like now, like, oh, have you are you dating women again? And my line is, I need simplicity in my life right now, so I'm dating men. And I said, and maybe I'm not so much into women as I was into myself because we look so much alike.
Oh, I would never date another me. Not a
Oh,
chance. No,
you know what, though,
I'm not.
personality wise, we were completely different. We were very, very different people. And but we did look a lot alike.
Oh, not me. I am not my type. Not
No,
even a
you're not your type.
no. I'm not
No,
my type.
that's funny. What's your type, Anna? Tell us a little about your
Is
type.
my type. Well, like I said, definitely not comedians, so I'm already out on that. Um, I generally date people who are more femme than I am, which isn't
Okay.
like a necessary thing or a butch femme thing because no,
Mm-mm.
I'm not butch. I have the short hair and the ambiguous clothing, but really, I'm just like such a wimp, such a tender little person. Um, but yeah, generally people more femme than me.
Just I'm more feminine. Yeah, I just find like, I don't know. And I'll say this. I just think women are just gorgeous. Like like you look at women and there's always something about them that's just beautiful. Same with same with men. And I'm gonna leave it there before I really die alone.
Diana, you're sounding a little gay here.
Yeah, I am a little gay. I am a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
gay, right? Like, yeah, I absolutely am a little gay. So, but I'm a very confused gay. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, I dated this one woman for such a long time, and like I said, it was just so. This is my red flag, right? Like, it was just so deep, so serious, so quick that I think that I respect women too much to date them. That's my problem. Like I'm such a red flag that I don't wanna put that on another woman. That's gonna be another woman's problem. With men, I'm like, no, you can handle this.
This is really not going to go well for either of our dating lives, is it?
I think I might just have to cut this whole thing out. We'll see what happens in editing. Oh God. You know what though? I have to say though, I think you mentioned a couple of times about not dating comedians, and I hear that. Like I've heard that a lot. And now that I'm inside comedy, the reason I wouldn't date a comedian now is because I feel like it's a much tighter knit community than I thought it was.
Mm.
Like everybody knows everybody. And you run into the same people kind of everywhere you go. So I feel like if I was in a relationship with another comic and things go south, one, like my content is about like my exes and my dating life, so that would be like a waste of time because I'd have enough respect to not talk about them, and now I don't have any content left. But I think it could really go sour. But that to me is a little bit sad too because I would love to date a really funny person. And I think dating somebody who could understand what it's like to do the open mic grind and to, come to the shows. I know that there's a couple that I've seen at some of the open mics that are a couple. And I just think that that's so cool. But
But one of you is going to be the better comedian. One of you is going to be judging the other's comedy. Um,
I guess so.
Also, I am not sure about this whole date another comedian, want to laugh all the time. If you want to laugh all of the time, put a stand-up special on Netflix and laugh that way. Keep it on the TV, keep it out of your living room. Have the person next to you on the couch be really earnest because dating funny people, we are really good at deflecting. I was dating someone for
Yeah.
a while, and after we broke up, we had a sort of post-mortem conversation, talked about what had happened. This is a gay thing. Straight people, this is what
It
gay
first
people do.
never
Straight people
happened in the
until break up
situation.
just one time. Queer people, it's a process. We
Yeah.
process. We like to
Mhm.
talk. And she said to me, Anna, I'd be trying to have a serious conversation, and I felt like you were just making little jokes all the time. I was like, yeah, and they were good jokes. That's what we do. It's and I can see how it's very annoying. So no, keep the stand up to Netflix and date the earnest.
Date the earnest. Okay,
But not too
maybe.
earnest because, otherwise you're going to just spend 6 months talking and wait for your first kiss until that first conversation is done.
Gosh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is good advice. I feel like you're giving me good advice because I do find one of the things that I've tried to get better at is not providing all the entertainment, right? Like I feel like I would meet people and I would drive the conversation, I'd make the jokes, I'd make this, and then things would fall apart and I'd be upset that they like fell apart, but then I'd also think about like what bring to like what am I upset about? But it was me. I was entertaining myself through conversations and I would make jokes and now I'm trying to be a little more mysterious,
It's
Like I'm
good.
trying to
That's another red flag. I thought of a red flag. A
yeah.
red flag when you first spun your
Mhm.
wheel. So when you first spun your wheel, I was like, I can't think of any red flags, but people don't know where the question mark is on their keyboard, right? Like how many
Yes.
questions can you ask and just get answers back with no follow-up questions until it starts to feel like an interview? Like I have had dates less reciprocal than this conversation.
Yeah. I've actually started on the dating apps. I used to rarely like unmatch people and I'd give everybody again the benefit of the doubt. And if they didn't ask a question back, then I would go more for more conversation. And now I'm like, I'm looking for somebody to spend time with that I can actually have a conversation with and that it'll be fun. And if you're not showing that, okay, this is the best story. The other night I had somebody, they said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I said, "Good." I'm like, "What are you up to?" And they replied, "Nothing, just sitting." That was it. That. And for a second I was gonna reply and I thought, person answers a question like this. Unmatched.
See, that's where you need to lie. That's where you fill in the interesting backstory. Like sitting on a horse or something. Just get it good. I was chatting with one person and said, "Oh, what are your hobbies?" And she said, "Oh, I should get some of those." Like it was just occurring to her that it might be a good idea. Again, make something up. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, flame throwing?
Yeah. What though? So maybe maybe they could even say something like, "Oh, I don't have any hobbies, but I've been thinking about or always wanted to take up needlepoint like my grandma. Did you have a good relationship with your grandma? Give me something to reply to. Just, but nothing. Just nothing. The other problem, I think, maybe with being a comic, is that every comic I meet, has some kind of job, does comedy, and is usually also has like a side creative endeavor of some kind, right? Good conversationalist. And like maybe the problem is that we're just too interesting. And it's hard for us to find people who meet that kind of like energy, or it's got to be something. It's got to be something because
We're
this
just
is the
too
sad thing
interesting to
about how
them.
nobody wants to date each other because we're kind of like our people. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna go to the wheel one more time
All right, let's do it.
and let's see what the wheel has in store for
Every color comes from three: red,
us.
yellow, and blue. Mix yellow
Okay,
and
your
red.
biggest ick.
Men.
Can't say I blame you. Okay. Just in general, just
Just
is there
men.
something about that? Is there anything like which would
Men.
you think? No, just men. Okay.
Men.
Okay, we are going to move into the this or that portion. So I'm gonna ask you to pick one of two things. Try not to overthink it. I like to tell everybody nobody's gonna judge you except
I think the whole internet is judging us, Diana.
me. Yeah. That's all right. Just let them do whatever they want. Okay. Slow burn romance or love at first sight?
Love at first sight.
A spontaneous date, planned date.
Spontaneous date. Wow, this is just shouting ADHD already. Oh, your sound cut out.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you and I feel like we're like not soulmates, but like what do you call that? Like are my spirit animal. Like you like I feel like we get each other.
Wouldn't
We get
that be
each
a
other.
plot twist if we were soulmates, Diana, and this was our meet?
Yes, I know. You
We
never
should
know.
lie and tell the internet that it was.
Yes. Okay. Do you prefer green flags or red flags you think you can fix?
Say that one again.
Do you prefer to see the green flags or do you like the red flags that you think you can fix?
Green flags, green flags. I know the red flags are not coming down.
Well, you called yourself the red flag dodger, so that's
True.
good. Um, Long voice notes or short texts?
Short texts, hate the voice notes.
Oh, really? I love the voice notes. Okay.
No, I want to listen
Ah,
to my audiobook. Just get to
yeah.
the point. Give me the TLDR.
Give me Cole's notes. Yeah. I like it when I meet somebody on a dating app and we're texting and they send a voice note. I'm very like I like a voice. I do like a voice. So if that could give me the ick. Like a make or break can be a voice for me.
So if I was like, oh, Diana, I am your perfect man. I love you so much. Will you marry me? If it was in that voice, you'd be like, no, I'm sorry.
Okay, that would throw me off. Like if I had met on an app and then that was the voice, that would throw me off. Yeah.
So if this was
Your
Hinge,
voice
if
just
there was
happened to
the
change suddenly, I'd be like, okay, well, that's kind of cute. Back to what we were saying. It depends who it is, whether it gives you the ick or not. But yeah, I've had that happen where I've gotten a voice and been like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. And I ended up going on a date with them because I felt like I was being shallow, and I said I don't want to be shallow. And after the second date, the voice was really bothering me. I called my brother because I trust him and he doesn't like to hear about my dating life or whatever. But I said, look, like this is what's going on, and I feel kind of like I feel like do you think I'm being shallow? And he asked me a question that made me feel much better about me being this shallow. And he said, Diana, if this goes further, do you want to hear that voice in bed?
Oh, good question.
And I was like, no, yeah, no, no. And I did break things up. Oh, because once in a while I'll find somebody and there'll be something I don't like. Okay. Um, Deep conversations or flirty banter?
I love the banter. Don't look too deeply.
Uh, a quality time or acts of service?
Quality time.
Morning person, we've talked about this one. Morning person partner or a night owl partner?
Night owl, why are you getting up before you have
Do
to? What's
not
wrong
bug me
with
and do
you?
not
Red
talk to
flag.
me. Do not talk to me in the morning. Matching energies or opposites attract?
Matching energies.
Um, Passionate arguments or calm disagreements?
Calm disagreements.
Dating someone older or dating someone younger?
I have never dated anyone younger than me.
No? Because married for like 20 years, you look very young, right? And I'm
It's
not going to ask you your age or anything like that, but I was surprised when you said how long you were married because I was like, wow, like you look a lot younger than you probably are.
it's the
Or you were,
homosexuality and the Zoom filter.
yeah, must be. I think Okay, so I had a great aunt who died at 92, and I say she died in almost perfect health. Like she lived completely healthy for 91 years and very happy. And she said that her secret was not getting married or having children. I think your secret might be not dating men.
I think it
It
might be.
keeps you very youthful. Yeah. Being the planner or letting them plan.
I have no executive function. They've got a plan, otherwise we're never seeing each other again.
Okay. And a partner who overshares or a partner who's mysterious.
Again, I date women. We're gonna have to go with the oversharer.
The overshare. Okay. Yeah, the partner I had, she's not an overshare, not the way that I'm a overshare, but she didn't have the ADHD. Like I think if you've got a woman with ADHD, then you're gonna really overshare. Um, okay. That is it for my this or that questions. Um, Anna, do you have, where can people find you if they wanted to connect with you online?
I am on Instagram at some queer reads, so slide into my DMs.
Slide into your DM. Maybe I should start putting like a segment where it's like like those 1980s videos like for dating, and we could add a little like dating component to this where you could I could be like, "Hi, I'm Diana and I like long walks on the beach."
Hi,
We'll
I'm
just,
Anna.
we'll just add a little portion. DM me if interested. Oh my God, that would be so awful. Oh God, 'cause this is the problem with dating. I find that the men who are the forward ones, probably the ones that shouldn't be so forward.
Like rein it in a little.
Yeah, like just then like I had a conversation today where then again this is I like everything was going well and now he's all like, oh, like, WhatsApp me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done giving my random phone like my phone number to randoms all over the place. So I'm like, unless we've met, I'm not giving you my phone number. And he's all like, oh, well, can you make an exception for me? Why? Why would I? And the thing is, I used to follow this business. It used to be. Now I'm like, nah.
See, you're perfecting the game. Soon you'll
Ugh,
be top level.
I hate that it's a game. And it is. And everybody's like, oh, I don't want to play any games. It's a game. It's
And we're
absolutely.
losing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm losing big time. Let me tell you, I am losing. Okay, Anna, this has been a pure pleasure. I just realized we went over time a little bit. Is there anything you talked about your socials? Again, actually, if you could just repeat those for us. They were,
Yeah, some queer reads on Instagram. That's where you'll
yes, I
find
got
me.
excited about people sliding into the DMs, and that's where I
Slide
realized,
into my DMs.
yes. Okay, thank you very much, Anna, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Diana. Here's to 2026.
Here's to 2026. Maybe it'll be the year of the challenges and the year of the red flags. Thank you, everybody. Please do find Anna, catch Anna at a show. Also follow me at Diana Barbosa Comedy, and I will see you on our next episode of Dating is a Joke.